Charlie Lamb, the star of the show, getting ready to showcase his skills on the diamond. One down. Up now for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Lamb launched a homer in his most recent game. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Next offering way off the plate. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Two gone now. J.J. Weatherholt getting ready to hit. And a payoff pitch. Up the middle. Lamb. Tosses to first. They get him, but it was pretty close. Swing and a pop-up. One away. No outs. Runners at first and second. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Clase around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Out front, rip foul. The Brewers trying to break this one open. And we're at the top of the fifth. In the dirt. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Coleman Crow getting ready to go. Blewett warming up as well. In for a strike. And the count is 1-2. Now one miss.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
In the dirt, blocked. First and second here, no outs. High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is a big first out. 2 aboard with 1 out. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Ripped, but it curls foul. Right through there for a strike. That misses the zone. 1-2 to count.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Just trying to protect, keep the at-bat alive.
2 on, 1 out. In the air to left center. Scott settles underneath it. Takes it in for the out. And a foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. And a big swing and a miss. That one off the mark. Ball 1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 2-2. In the air, left field, down the line. Canzone on the move towards foul ground. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Comes the 2-2. Hit hard, base hit. Moreno around third. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He's safe. A run comes in on the play. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone. So 2 down. Now here is Josh Smith. He's been a great free agent sign. Ball 1, no strikes. And he grounds one to the right side. Clement takes it himself. They limit the damage here. All loaded up. Mickey Moniak now at the plate. The 1-2. Up the middle. Oh, wow. Nice play. Not in time. He's safe.
He kept a run off the board with that effort, Boog. 2 runs could have easily scored on that play, but he was able to knock it down with the dive and limit the damage. I tell you what, that won't go unnoticed by his teammates.
Lamb now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Oh, great stop. The feed for 1 and 2. What a play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Lamb, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Ball outside.
The Brewers trying to break this one open here at the top of the 9th. Base hit into center field. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. Fly. It's off the mark and he scores. It's 5-1. Now here is Christian Encarnacion Strand. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Outside with a breaking ball. That's to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
That one really hurts. You're already down in the...
Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's the second baseman, Jacob Berry. In the air out to center. And that'll fall for a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay throw. Tag. Got him. And that's the ball game.
Well, exciting finish, but also a questionable decision to send the runner. That run isn't a decider, tying the game or putting your team ahead. So scratching my head a little bit as to why they sent him. But ultimately a great play, and this is what you come to the ballpark for each and every game.
One down. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Charlie Lamb. Right now with more RBIs than anyone in the National League. And first offering is fouled off. Nobody on his team has a better batting average than he does, Siggy. That one ripped, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second safely.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And that is out of play. Gore, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. There's a strike.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
That one a little bit high. Ball 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down here in the second game of the series. Upstairs. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. A double. And up next for St. Louis, Pedro Pajes. Two on, 2 outs. On the ground, right side. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. Inning over, and it could have been. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, strike 1 is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
That got him. Take your base.
Late swing fouled off. Two on, 1 out. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. This one in the air, right field. Base hit into the outfield. Coming home. Here's the throw. He'll score. It's 3-1.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Friedel in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And that one fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
This to center field. Base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1. At the plate, Dominic Canzone.
Number 8, Dominic Canzone.
Out to short, Lamb. Slings to first, got the out. 1 out and a runner at second.
Here we go, McKenzie.
Foul ball there. This one in the air, center field. Scott settles underneath it. Out number 2.
Up next for Milwaukee.
One down. Now the number 2 hitter, Charlie Lamb. That one hammered but pulled foul. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count even 1-1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The 1-2. Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
This to third. Gonzalez fires to first in time.
Up next.
Lamb digs in. Not a lot of traffic this inning, but he's got the power to change that with one swing.
Yeah, and that's the kind of threat that keeps pitchers honest, even with 2 outs and no one on.
Moniak under it. And that is that. So a man at first. And now the Cardinals catcher, Pedro Pajes. The 1-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Clase in position, makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers take the first 2 games of this series on the road. Lamb did a good job in the win.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
Here's a big power threat. Charlie Lamb. Fought off foul. Lamb was named player of the month recently, and that's not the first time that's happened this year.
When you're winning player of the month more than once in the same season, you might be earning some other awards in the offseason. I think he's set up pretty well in the MVP race.
The shortstop takes the ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That smash towards center. Scott on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it.
Now a dive at short. To first. And that's a great play for the out.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He sends it into the second deck. His 32nd of the year, and they add a run. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, it's such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
So 2 down. Jacob Berry next up for the Cardinals. Up the middle. Lamb. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. And that one off the outside edge. Oh, he
No,
doesn't get
that's
the
a ball.
call. 2 balls, no strikes.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're in the top of the 5th. That one misses. Full count now. Lined, and that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 3. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate, J.J. Weatherholt. Grounder might be 2. 1 at second. Double play. What a twin killing, Dan. So first and second with 1 man gone. Next for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. Up the middle, base hit into center field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Run comes in from second, save. And now second and third with 1 gone. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Swings through that one for strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Tank Hence, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Blewett getting loose as well. Hard hit into the gap, should bring in 2. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score, and they now lead by 9. A 2-run double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
1-1 now. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Not in time.
No, he got it.
Great effort, but it's an infield hit. Lamb walks in. If this offense were a lawnmower, he's yanking the cord and hoping for a roar.
And if that doesn't work, Boog, you better believe he's giving it a second pull.
In the air, right field. Moniak takes it in for the out. And there's 1 down. Ernie Clement digs in now. Here's a high chopper. Out to escape a bases loaded jam. Lamb stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. 1 hit. And in scoring position with 2 away. Now a chance for Pedro Pajes. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Carrying well. And out of here. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. And they cut into the deficit.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient. And it paid off.
Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. Lamb really stood out in this win. Put together 3 hits, 1 of them a home run.
Oh, Boog, can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. He's a big reason they got the W, and it's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
Charlie Lamb, top 3 in the latest All-Star balloting at shortstop. He's combined steady defense and clutch hitting, a resume the fans have clearly noticed. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Milwaukee Brewers. First pitch coming your way next. Up now for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. And first offering is fouled off. Lamb with a homer in his last game. Here's the 0-2. This one in the air, center field. Mullins under it. 2 away down. Back here at American Family Field, top half of the 3rd inning, Jorge Barrosa stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Out to short. Lamb. On to first.
Yeah,
they get him, but it was pretty close. Runner at second, nobody out.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Ball 1.
In the dirt. Tied up here in the early going. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline, safe at 3rd. Lamb steps in, 2 outs, no one on, but he's stepping in with a purpose.
Trying to make this pitcher sweat a little, Boog. You've got to break up the rhythm. Even a long at bat would be a win here.
Well, Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases. This one in the air, right field. Tawa towards the line, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. So 2 down. Ketel Marte up to the plate. Out to short. Lamb tosses to first. Out number 3. Lamb digs in. They're in front, but that lead could shrink quickly.
A little breathing room never hurt, Boog. He's got the bat to supply that 0-2.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Cade Stroud.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Comes up empty. Action in the pen down there. Sam Hentges, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Here we go, Charlie.
Good
Nope,
eye
that's
right
off the plate.
there. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Goes down looking, and he'll challenge that called strike. First and second, 2 outs. Malone getting ready to hit. Out to short. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Fairbanks is just 1 strike away. On the ground to third. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Brewers have won 4 in a row. Lamb with a forgettable showing in this one.
Definitely didn't do much of anything for him in this one. I think he knows he's capable of more. They got the W, but he wasn't the reason why.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Hitting a ton of homers this year. Second most in the National League. Line drive. And there's one away. And there's a foul ball. Lamb, just 21 years old. He's been scoring a lot of runs lately. He's scored 9 times in the last 10 games. And the 0-1. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Outside with a breaking ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one ripped left field. Kwan moving back. And gone! And we're all square. It's 1-1.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. The 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Fires over to first. And that is that. Bottom of the 6th. Up now for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Carroll under it. And there's one down. So 2 down. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jorge Barrosa. Hit on the ground to short. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Next for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. That one at triple digits.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 1. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. It's the man at first. Adrian Del Castillo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. The 0-1. And that's a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. So here's the Brewers DH. Swing and a pop-up. Perdomo settles under this one. He's got it. Ball game. And the Diamondbacks even this series up at a game apiece. Lamb did well in the losing effort. Only 1 hit, a home run.
Well, Boog, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, he can hold his head high.
1 down. Here's a big power threat. Charlie Lamb. Swings through that. Lamb matched a homer in his last game. Swing and a base hit. Around first, digging for two. Relay to second, and he's out, trying for two.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Ground ball, could be two. One at second. What a double play that was. Inning over. Ready to hit now, down late, RBI opportunity, and this guy's looking like he wants to write the comeback chapter.
Yeah, let's see if he grabs the pen, Boog. Could start writing a whole new story here.
One out, the runner at second here in the third and final game of the series. Nice grab.
Come on.
Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Adrian Del Castillo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. He's 0 for 1. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Let's go Brewers.
That one fouled off. He scored more runs than anyone else in his team so far this year, Chris. 0-1 now. And that one is lifted in the air. Carroll on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. You're watching Brewers baseball on The Show Wisconsin. So 2 down. Now it's the shortstop, Charlie Lamb. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Adrian Del Castillo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Hit on the ground to short. Off balance speed. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing. 2 outs, runner at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Charlie Lamb.
Oh.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. That one is absolutely belted, carrying well. He's got it. Ball game. And the Diamondbacks win the rubber match of this 3-game series. Lamb with an okay game in the loss. Just 1 hit in 5 at-bats.
I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Charlie Lamb getting locked in, leading his squad in OPS this season. All eyes on this rising. And now Yainer Diaz. Hit on the ground to short. In plenty of time to first. One out in the top of the first. One down. And now the shortstop, Charlie Lamb. Foul ball. Burns. He gets a lot of swing and miss, and he keeps the ball in the yard. Not to mention the fact, not too many hits either. That one at triple digits. Even some of the best guys in the sport are going to give up home runs from time to time, and he's an exception.
Yeah, and even with those home runs, if you're throwing strikes and keeping base runners off the paths, then those home runs are solo shots. But to this point, he hasn't had to worry about it.
Got him. Two gone. Lamb digs in. 2 quick outs, but this lineup's too good to just go quietly.
Yeah, you never want to give away the last out of an inning, Boog. Let's see if he can start a momentum swing right here.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Swings through that.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. All set for the start of the inning. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Teoscar Hernandez. Hit on the ground to short. Nice grab. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. So 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. Ball to strike. On the ground, out to short. Fires to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Grounds one to short. Handles, throws to first, and Hernandez is out. So runner at second, 2 down. Now batting Key Brian Hayes. Man on second, 2 down. Up the middle. Tosses to first, and that is that. So
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
And that one is lifted in the air. White under it. Out number 2. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Now it's the right fielder, Noel V. Marte. On the ground. And that's a fair ball. Diaz coming home. The relay. Tag. Not in time. He's safe. It's 7-0. Lamb steps in. A frustrating day so far, but the baseball gods don't care if you're over. They care what you do right now.
No one's checking the box score mid-inning, Boog. Just cash the run and rewrite the headline.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. That one fouled off. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. What a stop. Throw to second. What a play. Inning over. So back to the top of the order. And here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Man at second. Into center and a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's now 9-4. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. Next for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. On the line, base hit. Moreno around third. The tag, and he's in there. It's 9-5.
Right there does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Up the middle. That finishes the evening's action. Lamb had a rough go of it in the loss. Just one hit in 5 at-bats.
Well, Boog, this is a game he'd rather forget. He needs to wash this one off in the shower and do better next time out.
Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals. First and second, one out. Sal Stewart getting ready to hit. Ground ball up the middle. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off the throw, but it's not in time. Base hit. One down. Now it's the shortstop, Charlie Lamb, the National League leader in runs batted in this year. And first offering is fouled off. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty. So runner at second, 2 down. Sal Stewart, the next to hit for the Reds. Man on second, 2 down. Chopped out towards short. Lamb. Tosses to first. Inning over. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Man at first, one away. This one in the air, center field. Thomas under it. And there's 2 away. On to the fourth. In now for the Reds, Nick Gonzalez. The 1-2. Out to short, Lamb. Throws to first in time. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. One gone, runner at first. Now the catcher up to hit, Yainer Diaz. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Good feed, that's 1. And that's 2.
That's the ball.
Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. This one in the air, right field. And there's one down. One down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. And first offering is fouled off. On a line out towards center. Takes it in for the out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself.
Back to the top of the order now. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Gabriel Moreno. The Brewers down to their final strike. On the ground to the left. Not in time.
Hey, he beat it up.
Great effort, but it's an infield hit. Lamb digs in. He's left a few out there today, but this is the one that matters. RBI opportunity, Singy.
Yeah, his struggles today reset with a knock right here, Boog. Redemption is right in front of him.
De La Cruz. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Reds take this one in a blowout. Lamb had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss.
I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. They'll need to get better games from him to have better results as a team.
One down. And the batter now, Charlie Lamb. Chris, he's definitely going to finish the year with a new career high in homers. We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite yet. Lamb measures 5 feet 10 inches, batting second in today's lineup, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2025. The 0-2. Oh, great stop. Over to first, and they get the out. 2 on, 2 outs.
Ball outside.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 3-run dinger. His 34th of the season. And it gives them the lead in the 3rd. It's 3-1.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
No outs. Runner at first. Eli White now at the plate. Nice grab. There's one. On to first.
Hey!
Save. So they get one, but a really nice try there. Misses
No, that
just
missed.
off
That's a
the
ball.
outside edge. I think that was a strike. And a foul ball. 1 run across to the frame so far. Last half of inning number 5. Pitch kicks away. And the runner holds. Here's a 1-2. Jackknifes out of the way. Struck him out of the front door breaking ball. So they pick up. So 2 down. Now it's the DH, Lane Thomas. Out to short, Lamb. Whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
The batter number 13.
Up now for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. Looking to do more of what he did back in the 3rd.
No doubt. That 3-run homer is a huge reason why they're in a good spot right now in this ball game. And important swing of the bat. Now, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way. So
Here goes the runner. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to first. Inning over on the ground out. 1 down. Now it's the second baseman, Edwin Arroyo. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Sends it to first. Now 2 away. Now batting Key Brian Hayes. 2 down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Lamb really stood out in this win. Had only one hit, but made it count with a homer.
No question. He was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
One down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Chris, it's been a good year for him, having already set a new career high for RBIs in a season. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out. Lamb digging in. They say pressure makes diamonds. Let's see if this turns into a gem.
Yep, time to see if this one shines.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. He's got it. Runner tags from third. To the plate. Save. And it's 1-0.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably... Now a quick throw to first. Lamb dives back in safely. Runner takes off. Pitch misses.
That's inside.
Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Batter challenges in a very big spot, and that is out of play. Fly ball down the line. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Squirts away a little bit. And down on strikes. Now 2 out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
The Yankees with some action in their pen. Jose Suarez. The left-handed reliever appears to be getting loose. Miller also getting ready. Man on second, 2 down. And a foul ball. Upstairs.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. First and second, 2 outs. Now the third baseman. He's 2 for 2. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Two on, 2 outs. And he dodges that fastball. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. 1 out, man at first. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. Payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1 out single.
Hey, that ball's hit hard. Good job.
So up next, Jackson Chourio. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Runner takes off. Pitches low. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. That's 20 stolen bases for him this season.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Man at second. That one lifted to left. Bellinger moving under this one. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And now a wide throw to third. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Edwin Uceda, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Spire getting cranked up as well. There's a swing and a miss. That one missing inside.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Another 1-2. Chisholm throws to first in time, and that's 1 down. Charlie Lamb will hit next. Can't make contact with the sweeper. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swings through it for the K. That's the first fastball we've seen today. Made it look easy. So 2 down. Austin Wells now at the plate. Fairbanks is just 1 strike away. Line drive. And a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Oh, he can't hang on.
One out away from this game being over, but an infield single keeps him alive.
Big spot here, bottom of the ninth, down to their final out. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. 2 on, 2 outs. On the ground to third. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Brewers hold on to win a nail-biter. Stranding the winning run on base. Lamb did a good job in the win.
Strong individual day, a team win. What's not to like? This is a game he can feel really good about.
And now Charlie Lamb leading the NL in home runs to start today. He's been a beast. Swing and a miss, strike one.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And now the 0-1. Swings through that one. Wheeler, a former Gold Glove winner, 38 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2009. 0-2 now. Got him swinging. Run away.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Up the middle. Gets it to first. That's the third out. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a pop-up. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Batter challenges in a very big spot. Two on, 2 outs. That one way inside. The 2-2. First and second, 2 down here in the second game of the series. Got it. Rusty Valentine rings him up. Ronnie Mauricio now. Out to short. Lamb. There's one. Back to first, and it's over his head. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big time. Here comes Aaron Judge. Now the 0-1. Right side, hard hit. They take the force out. Ends the inning after they. Back for more from the Bronx as we go to the last of the third. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow left field. Lamb has a beat on it. 1 away. Lamb steps in. Pitcher's been gliding through this lineup, barely breaking a sweat.
Yeah, it's time to put the brakes on that cruise control. Just have to stay patient, wait for a pitch in the zone, and drive it.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that is that. Now Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps up for a big at bat. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Play made, that ends the inning. Through 4. here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Otto Lopez stepping in now for the Yankees. On the ground. Oh, great stop. From his knees, the throw. And it beats him. What a play.
Great reaction there to get to the baseball, secure it, and then no time to get up and throw. Throws from one knee. That's a guy that's got a lot of confidence in his arm strength and accuracy.
Lamb digging in, go-ahead run in scoring position, and a seasoned hitter at the plate, Singy.
Yeah, if he gets something he likes, Boog, he's not going to miss it. This is what you play for.
Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for two. But they do get a run. No outs, runner at first. And next for New York, Ben Rice. The 1-2. Oh, great stop. There's one. To first, double play. Nicely done. Lamb has to step out of the way for ball one.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
The tying run at the plate. Out towards right center field. Varsho on the move. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees even this series up at a game apiece. Lamb had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss. Had a single and an RBI.
Well, Boog, not too much to lift his mood right now between the loss and his own poor day at the dish. Coaching staff knows he's capable of more, and he does too.
Lamb up now. Stepping in here is like walking into a haunted house. You know something nasty's coming. You just don't know when.
Yeah, and it's usually a wipeout slider that disappears in the shadows. Nightmare fuel.
This one in the air center field. And there's two down. First and second, two outs. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Chopped on the ground. Lamb. Over to first.
Got him.
And the inning is one down. Now it's going to be Ben Rice. Struck out swinging his first time. Judge on the run. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
Moreno aboard here at first with nobody out. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, there's a three-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Lamb steps in now. You can bet he was watching from the on-deck circle thinking, don't worry, I got this.
Yeah, classic cleanup duty, Boog. Time to fix the mess and maybe take the credit, too.
Carrying well. Out of here. Grand slam. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they've rallied from four back. It's 5-4.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb. Launched a grand slam earlier in the game. That was back in the fifth.
And I'd say we felt the impact of that grand slam ever since. 4 runs on one swing. It's just an absolute game changer.
The 1-0. Into center. Judge really on his horse for this one. Can't get there. It gets down. And that's a one-out single. Check swing, he held up. Ball one. Movement in the Yankees pen. Jarrett Yainer. Quick move to first, and he's back in easily. Runner on the go. That one fouled off. Man at first, one away. Caught him looking for the K. And here comes out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Jose Suarez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here.
Runner on the go. There's a ball. Throw to second. He's safe.
Well, he's really showing us the dynamic skill set he brings to the field on this one. Homered earlier, now he swipes second, showing off the speed. Really fun to watch him play the game.
And another fastball almost gets him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That's a strike, attacked with the sweeper. On the outside corner, got him looking. Tidy. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Up the middle, Lamb. Tosses to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. 1 down. Up now for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. He's already homered in this game. That one's in there, and that is strike 1. The shortstop takes the ball. That clips the corner. Misses inside. And that's ball 2. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Jackknifes out of the way. Out towards right center field. Judge on his way over. And there are 2 outs. So back to the top of the order. Dalton Varsho stepping in now for the Yankees. The Yankees down to their final strike. This one smoked on its way out of here. To the second deck it goes. His 18th home. So 2 down. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Payoff pitch. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Lamb was a big contributor for them in the win.
No question. He was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Charlie Lamb. Top 3. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Charlie Lamb getting ready to hit. Fouled off. He was late. Lamb with a homer in his last game. Man at second. That one fouled off.
Oh.
Inside, backs him off again. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. You're in game one of this 3-game set. Hammer, base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. On the board first, it's 1-0. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
On the ground, and that's just foul. Just off the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Just getting started here in Pittsburgh. On the ground to first.
Stand up, stand up.
He steps on the bag. 1 out in the top of the first.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Hit on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. This one high in the air to left center. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Throw cut off. Down to the plate.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. 1 run is in. Fires it to the plate. He's in there.
He's in there.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Oh.
Pitches in there. And the count even at 1. Movement in the bullpen. Joe Rock, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. This one in the dirt. There's the strike. Line drive. And foul ball. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He will score. It's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5. Man at first, nobody out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Connor Griffin. Here's your 1. Runner on the go. Popped up. Lamb in position. 1 away. And here is T.J. Friedel. The 1-1. Bounced up the middle. Lamb. On to first. And that is the inning. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. In the air, right field. Reynolds settles underneath it. Takes it in for the out. Laureano comes up to hit. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws to first in time. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. One down. T.J. Friedel, the next Pirate to hit. And a 1-2. Up the middle. Tosses to first.
Yeah.
Got him. Lamb steps in. 2 down. Nothing cooking so far, but one swing can get something sizzling.
He knows it too, Boog. That body language says, yes, chef.
And a foul ball.
Come on, Joe.
2 down, nobody on. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that extends the inning. Looking to extend the play now. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Connor Griffin. That one lifted to left. Lockridge should have this one. Reaching for it and brings it in. One out man at first. Up now for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. Out towards right center field. And there's 2 away. Brian Reynolds here. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. They fired in quickly, so it's first and so next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Jake Mangum. Ground ball could be 2. Smith to second. Over to first. Safe.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell.
Big spot here. Bottom of the 9th. Down to their final out. Now Connor Griffin. The Pirates down to their final strike. Swing and he popped it up. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers slug their way to a win in this one. Lamb really stood out in this win. Collected 3 RBIs for them.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
The shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
Charlie Lamb, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Comes up empty. Skeens in his 6th season, 26 years old. He's a former National League Cy Young Award winner. And that one moves his feet. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Mangum takes it in for the out. 2 down. So the Pirates batting order turns over. Spencer Horwitz will hit next. And a ball and 2 strikes. Up the middle, Lamb. Gets it to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Lamb in his 2nd season, just 21 years old, and he was a 6th round draft pick. back in 2025. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Out to short. Horner slings to first in time. One down. Up next for the Pirates, Jared Triolo. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, wow. Nice play. To his knee, the throw. It's there, and that's a great play.
Look at the commitment to make the play down on the ground from the knees. That's not just arm strength, guys. That's core strength as well. Look at that rocket across the diamond. Outstanding job.
Lamb avoids the first pitch for ball one. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Takes it in for the out.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Sends it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the eighth. Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb. 0 for 3 in this one. Breaking ball, and that got him. Manager out of the dugout.
Up next to Milwaukee, the right fielder, Jackson.
Tap foul at the plate.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike two. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Just one out remaining for the Brewers. Christian Encarnacion Strand up now for the Brewers. In the air to left center. Mangum moving under it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout. Lamb had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss.
I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. They'll need to get better games from him to have better results as a team.
One down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Comes into this one with more homers than anyone in the National League. And today is draft day, singing an exciting day in terms of the future of the sport and the future of these teams. It's also changed a lot in terms of the immediacy of finding out. I mean, what was it? Carrier pigeon was how you found out about being drafted back when you were selected, right?
Well, fans today may not realize because we have, such exposure on the internet and network sports and everything else. You find out right away. But when I was drafted back in 1993, I maybe found out, later in the day. I was drafted in the morning that I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants. So regardless, I think the feeling is the same. No matter whether you find out right away or you find out a day later, you're just so excited to have been drafted by a professional baseball team and have the opportunity to pursue your dream.
Lamb now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Got him swinging. And now the shortstop, Connor Griffin. 2-2. Swing and a ground ball. Nice stop. The underhand flip. There's
He's
one.
out.
And that's all they'll get.
Nice diving stop right there. Gets the out. Great reactions. Excellent job of finishing the play with a nice, easy throw.
This one popped up. And he makes the catch. And there's one down. Here's Ramon Laureano. Two down. To the right side. And that one handled. Play made. That ends the inning. Lamb now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that'll do it. Bottom of the 6th at the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Reynolds. Out to short, Lamb. In the hole, jump throw, and they take care of Reynolds for the out. So 2 down, Connor Griffin now at the plate. This ball's chopped on the ground. Lamb. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Lamb stepping in. A base hit here could shift the 5. They're just one swing away from changing the rhythm of this ball game.
Yeah, Boog, that's the beauty of baseball. You always have a chance if you've got a player like this to lead off the inning.
Base hit, and the leadoff man aboard. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, players pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Tag, and they got him. Next is the designated hitter. The Brewers down to their final strike. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates win the rubber match of this 3-game series. Lamb with a less than great game in the loss.
Well, certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. I'm sure the loss isn't sitting well with him either.
Welcome to the Home Run Derby. 8 hitters will battle. Only 4 will advance. In the first round, the contestants will have 3 minutes to hit as many home runs as possible. The semifinal and championship rounds last just 2 minutes. If a contestant hits a home run over 425 feet during bonus time, they will earn an additional out. Whoever... Let's get right to it. It's time for the Home Run Derby. Now batting, number 13, Charlie Lamb. It's out of here into the visitors' bullpen. Another home run. Another home run. That was on the supply company building. No doubt about that one. Just 1 minute remaining. Oh, that's a monster home run. And gone into the home run deck. Number 4 in a row. That is now 5 in a row. 6 consecutive home runs. The bonus round has begun. Goodbye into the short course. Another home run. Ladies and gentlemen, your Home Run Derby champion, Juan Soto.
Gotta love the All-Star festivities. Always a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. Nestled between Tony Gwynn Drive and Trevor Hoffman Way, this is Petco Park. MLB The Show brings you the MLB All-Star Game. It's the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singing, always special when we get together to call the All-Star Game.
Well, we've done a lot of these together, and sometimes you come in and think, ho-hum, another year. But once you look and you see these All-Star players, their uniforms on, them interacting with one another, you realize just how special it is. It's going to be a great one tonight.
First pitch coming your way next. One down, and now Charlie Lamb.
The shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
This one in the air, center field. And there's 2 down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lamb. They get the force. That ends the inning. So 2 down. Now it's the shortstop, Charlie Lamb. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one's got a chance. And it is gone! And they tie it up. It's 3-3.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
1 out man at first. Charlie Lamb getting ready to hit. 0-1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, It's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Swing and a ground ball. Toss to Alonso. Play is made, 2 out. So digging in, Kyle Teal. Bounced up the middle. There's one. A sensational double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Go ahead run on base. Jackson Holliday, the next to hit. Runner on the move. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And back now as it'll be a pinch hitter. Digging in, Taylor Ward. Tied at 4. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Rodriguez racing after it. Makes the grab on the run. 1 away. And now it's William Contreras. The 1-1. On the ground. Base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out. So runner at second, 2 down. Yainer Diaz will hit next. This could end it. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Carrying well. Gone. Ball game.
To extra innings, it seems like every guy is trying to come up with the big swing to hit the homer and end the ball game. Well, he did it. Huge swing of the bat, and we're all heading home.
One-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.